what was your thinking? I'm just going to jump then, and I'm going to go type 2. But give me your thinking. You're having a day. Many of us have had a day. You go out there, the car won't start, this, that, and the other. You control your own vibe. What are you thinking? How do you keep it together like that? Give us some inspiration.
Exactly, just like you said, you know what I mean? You control your own vibe, you know, and with me, ever since I lost my brother back in 2007, since then, you know, everything, like you said, you control your own vibe, you know. I've been in control of everything since then, you know. I've realized life is way too short to be worrying about anything small, you know what I mean? It's just, you got to get over it quick and just live on, you know what I mean? And just be happy with what you got and then just make the best of it, you know what I mean?
Wow. Do you have that? So you had a moment. So obviously you weren't born with it. It's not innate, and you've been down. Hey, where did you come for the turnaround then? So you're grieving, you know, how'd you
basically, like I said, back in the day, like I said, when I did lose my brother, you know, to me, that's what turned my life around, you know what I mean? To making everything positive, you know what I mean? To look at the positive and everything. Basically just realizing, you know, like I said, again, life's way too short to be worrying about anything. You know, if you have a problem with somebody that's close to you, get over it quick, you know, because you don't know how long they will be in your life. You know, they could be taken with you in the twinkle of an eye, you know. It's just, just embrace life, you know, and life that we're living right now. You know, there may be something beautiful and beyond this, you know, but right now we're in this and we're living this, you know, so might as well make it great, you know.
Yeah, man. So tell me about what it's like to be on the other end of one of these things. You make a thing, you post it, you go to work, you probably forget about it. Or maybe you're like, yo, I know that was a good one, but like, so be it, you know. How does it trickle down, and how did you start realizing that, like, holy shit, I did something?
It doesn't, like with me, I've done videos like this before. I had 700,000 followers before, you know. So like I said, when I did get the video going and it did go viral and it went viral on Twitter, I was looking at it like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm going to get more following, you know, and everything. It just didn't seem to me it was as big as it was going to be. But when Fleetwood Mac reposted it and got it to more eyes and everything, you know, and everybody seen that the group liked it, and then Cranberry, Ocean Spray, you know, them reaching out too, it was just a combination of it all that made it build so big that it helped me, you know, as much as it helped them, you know. It was just awesome, and that everybody could just click to it, you know. It brought everybody together at one time, you know.
And what is it that you think people are like? I mean, I know it's hard. You could say like, what is it that people like about you? But like, cause I get it too, but what do you think? I mean, what even made you think to start recording your video? Your friends and people just saying like, dude, you got a good vibe. You should put this out there. Like, what is it that you're hearing that folks are feeling?
It all started with me and my daughter, you know what I mean? Just something for me and her to do. And then she got kind of annoyed that I wanted to always be on her page, you know, try to do stuff, but I didn't want to go out and make my own account. So she made me an account, you know, and I started doing my dances on my account and everything, and then building it up. Once I got a following, I blew up on one, and then I was going to quit because I said, you know, I'm done. You know, I got viral. I did whatever an adult couldn't on this app, I guess, you know. So I was done, and my oldest daughter, Angelia, was like, no, you have a following, you know. You have people reaching out to you, you know. And then, like I said, I looked at the comments from then on, did my own dances from being in the past up to new trends now, you know. And just seeing the comments, the feedback that I get from the people, you know, it's just, sometimes it makes them smile, you know. Sometimes it just brings them out from a ditch they've been digging themselves in, you know. It's just amazing that the feedback that I got back that kept me and helped me push to do more videos, you know. The reason why I did this video was for the people is basically because I needed to get content out. And like Gary Vee says, he tells you to put content out no matter what, you know, because you're doing it for your fans as much as you are for you, you know what I mean? So I was like, I need to put something out because it felt like it's been like almost a day. And I usually put 4 to 5 videos, maybe even more a day, you know, just to feed the public, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I was, like I said, the car broke down. I didn't want to wait to get a jump. I grabbed what was nearest to me, my skateboard, my juice, you know, I ain't going to leave my juice there. Took off, and everything just happened so crazy because I usually have my AirPods. And then that's why I wasn't singing the song in the beginning, is because I couldn't really hear it. And then when I was turning and everything, the wind and everything, it just caught it at the right point to where I could hear the song. And then in the beginning, like I said, with the drink and everything, everything was just perfect in that whole thing.
I was just talking to my friend earlier today, and it's like when you're bummed out, like if you don't try anything, if you lie in a ball like this and curl up on your floor and hold a teddy bear and just cry, okay, you're probably not going to improve your situation if you
Exactly.
do that.
Exactly.
That's what people are feeling about you, though, because I think it's like it's the opposite. Is you can't kill me. I mean, I'm good, and with the tattoo right there, and you're like you're proud, and you're. Tell me about that. About when you got the tattoo, what it means to you, and why it's important that you represent.
I've always wanted to get something to represent my mom and dad's heritage. You know what I mean? My mom's Native American, my dad's Mexican. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, just all of my life, I've always wanted to get something to represent them, you know, and I've just never had the money to do it. I have tattoos, but they're all stick and poke tattoos, you know, whatever they call them, you know, I just call it needle and ink, you know. But yeah, and this was the very first professional tattoo I got. I got it from a lady in Rigby, Idaho, down the way from where I stay. And I got the money because I was doing wildland firefighting camp crew. Like I said, I had extra money, so I was like, okay, I have enough to do something. I'm gonna do something for my mom and get a feather tattoo right here. It has the Northern Arapaho flag on the top of it, and like I said, once again, it's for my mom, you know, just to represent her native culture, native side, you know, my native culture, my native side. And yeah, I'm still planning to get something on this side for my dad. And I have people reaching out to me. It's just got to pick the right one.
Yeah. Tell me about who else has reached out to you and who else you've met. What have been? I mean, I've seen you with Snoop, and I know you did Jesse Reyez, who's a Canadian. I mean, break down just any one of those. What's been the most like? This has been a crazy trip. Who do you like? Who do you dig?
Just kicking it with Jesse Reyez. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a quick video and this and that. We actually kicked it for a good. I think it was about 4 or 5 hours, I believe, and we did the video. We we sat there and we talked. We clicked. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was just cool to kick it with a genuine person. You know, she said she had time off before that, and then just me and her out skating doing the video kind of relaxed her as well. You know, so it was kind of like an extra day off as well, even though we were doing work. And Cheech and Chong reaching out to me. You know what I mean? That's a blessing like no other. Seeing Burner from Cookies, we have a clothing line coming out pretty soon. Not clothing line, but you know, we have some clothes, some gear coming out for you guys. That's a blessing like no other. You know what I mean? I never thought I'd be working with Cookies, you know, and Burner, but yeah, and just many things coming out. You know what I mean? Sector 9, I'll be signing for Sector 9 hopefully, and getting some things out to Zoomies. It's just amazing. So many things that trickled off of this, you know.
Tell me about what your daughters are saying then to see, to see dad doing his thing where you went full circle with that. Like, are they just, I mean, can they even believe it? What are they proud? Are they like?
Yeah, you know, they got it. I'm pretty sure they're proud, you know what I mean? Because like I said, right now, you know, life's a little bit more easier. You know, like I said, I'm comfortable now to where I can help them with things that I wasn't able to before. My daughter, my youngest daughter is in Montana, so she's not really seeing and being with me and my oldest and getting involved with everything because she's with her mom. But at the same time, she's still over there. You know, I talked to her just the other day, and she's happy for me. You know, I'm like I said, I'm able to get her things as well, you know, and stuff. And it's not about the materialized things, you know what I mean? It's just that she can smile and say, you know, that's my dad, you know, to her friends and everybody, you know, and then being able to take one of my daughters with me because she usually went back with her mom as well. But this year, you know, she decided to stay here during the school year. And so like I said, I'm with her and blessed that she stayed with me. And now I'm able to take her with me. You know what I mean? That's a blessing with me because she is my oldest. And yeah, it's just awesome that I get to share that with her, you know?
Yeah, man. I mean, when I read it, it's hard to know what it's actually like. But reading your bio on the thing, I mean, when it says that you were in with no electricity and no running water and the truck, I mean, it's hard even to imagine that in North America or in that like an existence that even is like that seems rough. I mean,
like I said, I didn't want to act like I was America's charity case or nothing because it's nothing like that. You know what I mean? I have a sister. I have a sister who has a house. I have brothers, you know, I have family I can go to. And, you know, I just rather not, you know what I mean? I'm 38 years old, you know, it's my fault that I didn't go get me a house, you know, and everything. But yeah, like I
Right.
said, it got to a point to where I was homeless for 2 months, you know, and my sister invited me in, you know, she's like, you need to come stay here. You don't need to be out there. I was living in a tent by the river for 2 months,
Wow.
but I was still doing wildland firefighting, the cap crew. So I knew I was having money getting to come in, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, I'll get something as soon as this check comes in. So I was staying out there camping out. To me, that's what it was, you know, camping out. And I was just
Yeah.
making videos daily, going to work daily. Like I said, I wasn't bumming, you know what I mean? I was working. I've been working since the year 2000. I've been working since I was 14. That's what I do, you know what I mean? That's what I do. I work. So anyways, I was able
Yeah.
to get $1,000, buy me a little RV. And to me, that was way better than a tent, you know what I mean? And I couldn't
Yeah.
go and just get an apartment. Apartment life is not for me. I do not like
Okay.
apartments. I'm not going to go get one. I'd rather get something, an RV or a trailer, you know, something where there's no people around me. And yeah, so like I said, I got this RV. I'm still in it right now, as you can see, you know, and
Yeah.
I'm blessed with all the donations and the money that I've been making to get a house. I've got approved, and it's just waiting on the keys, basically, you know what I mean? And I want to say thanks to my brother, you know what I mean? Like I said, I was down and out and everything, but I still have electricity. I'm plugged in, you know. I can go to his house for facility use. I can go to my girlfriend's house for facility use, my sister's, you know, like I said.
So maybe tell me a little bit, since it is in the cannabis spots, what has cannabis done to you, your outlook? How do you use it in, like, 420? My clock's always at 420. What does that mean and why?
Oh,
Tell
for
me.
me, you know what I mean? There's no such thing as, you know, my clock, you know, because my clock's always stopped at 420, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
smoke,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Constantly, basically, I stay high. I know when I'm not high better than I need to get high, you know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
like I said, I stay lifted. I call it staying on cloud nine because that's where I'm at. I'm always just up
Yeah.
here. I tell everybody, you need to get up here because I'm waiting for everybody to get on my level because I'm on cloud nine always, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's just with me, I started smoking when I was 11. First thing I did, I asked my brother, you know, can you smoke me out? That was my brother that passed away in 2007. He's like, yeah, you know, he's like, but if we do, we're smoking. He's like, we're smoking this whole lid, you know, and I think he had a half ounce. And we sat there,
Okay.
we smoked the whole thing, you know, like I said, we got lit. We just sitting there watching. I was like, okay, wow, that's, you know, didn't really, yeah, I didn't really feel the full effects as I did it the second time as I did the first time. But yeah, and then, like I said, ever since then, it wasn't constantly every day, you know, because I was 11. But
Yeah.
as soon as I got to 14 or 15, you know, to the teenagers, everything is when I kind of started smoking heavily. But yeah, I grew up to, you know, taking dads and all that, you know what I mean? And I'm 710 all day, you know, oil life is where it's at for me too.
Okay.
But I always have to have my flower no matter what, you know what I mean? So even if I'm sitting with my concentrates, I still have to have my flower, you know what I mean? So I'm all around with it, but yeah. A lot of people don't like it when I say this, but this is my personal opinion. But I'm
Okay.
joints over bongs all day. You know what I mean? If you
Okay.
want to
Okay.
smoke tobacco, go smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean? That's what I say anyway. But yeah, like I said, I've just been smoking forever. You know what I mean? And I love it. You know, I like the pens and everything now, but to me, those are just
Yeah.
mainly for travel because it's just, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's just simpler, you know what I mean? And it doesn't stink or nothing. It's just, yeah, all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Puffco is one of my best things to smoke out of too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bongs, anything glass. Yeah, I can go on for days.
What's the vibe in the States right now? So we're all watching the election and following that every day, every hour. What are you thinking? Like, do you think, I mean, I don't know if you give if you show your cards on who you're for or whatever, but maybe if you don't, then give me a sense just in general about like your outcome for 2021 and the word on the street and like what the vibe is for the new year and the new election and the new president.
The way everything's going in my eyes, you know what I mean? It's just been crazy, you know, but hopefully the world just goes green, you know what I mean? Because that's what I think we need, you know, and I'm in a non-green state, but like I said, I'm surrounded by green states, so you know what I mean? It's just going to eventually change the color, you know what I mean? Because we need it. Everybody needs it. The world needs it. It's, to me, it's something better that the world needs other than pharmaceuticals, you know what I mean? Because it's just it just puts you in a place, you know what I mean, that I can't really explain, you know, and it just puts you in a euphoria level to where everybody needs to be there, you know what I mean, because life is beautiful and everybody needs to see it, and this just opens out. Go for it.
Are you sort of saying you don't see red states and you don't see blue states, you see green states and you want to see more of them?
All over, you know what I mean? Exactly. There's like one love type thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to give a word? You ever been? What are your thoughts on Canada? You know, so this is going out in Canada. What do you think of when you think of Canada?
Every time I hear I got a Canada interview or anything, I'm excited. I get stoked about it. You know what I mean? I'm like, hell yeah, man. I just love it. I don't know why or what it is. It's just Canada's always been something bright to me that I've always seen. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I just love it. I get nothing but good feedback on my life from Canada folks. You know what I mean? It's just, like I said, to me, I will, and I'll be going to Canada as soon as I can. You know what I mean? Just to visit. You know, it looks beautiful from where I'm at, and the people just seem beyond grateful. You know what I mean? Just to be citizens, you know, of Canada. It's just awesome.